said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
Event. The Interstitial Hall and Exhibition Tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Send all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, at his command, I address you today not as the but I cannot do it alone.
Wonder how long ago the Order predicted this. Assume the presiding bishop's been...
It's a time to celebrate the bravery of our once and future sovereign. So drive those clench our victory and step into the prosperous future our matriarch promised.
This looks, but then you must be responsible for all the commotion I heard just now. For both our sakes, I think it best if we continue as we were. I will forget. I was looking for proof, if you must know. Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with... I grasp a live rot.
I'd be more than happy to accelerate that timeline. I am quite handy with sharp instruments, if you prefer it done quiet-like. Or I can just improvise. Always more fun that way. The next time you tell me to be quiet will be the last time you have lips to do so.
Do I know you? Your voice sounds strikingly familiar.
I don't think... I mean, definitely not. You must be mistaken.
Well, your assistant seems spirited. But do not mistake me. I only want the appropriate measures to be taken in response to what appears to be a significant security breach. Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a... Naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the... Coincidence is not causation, I know. But with recent events being what they are, sabotage comes foremost to mind, though the perpetrator and purpose remain a mystery. If only I should have known you were here for the prototype. But for what ill-begotten purpose, I wonder? If that is true, then your goals and mine may be in closer alignment than I thought. Even though we have expanded our efforts beyond the modulator's use, Valancourt would still pay for such a theft. I couldn't possibly rely on an outside. Whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding protectorate subject to gather proof. Help you with acquisition? Assuredly. What I am offering is help afterward. Once you take the prototype, it will set up that modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift and find the evidence I need. And if Valancourt suffers repercussions for its loss, that is privileged information. No, but they... Back to the topic at hand. Do we have an accord? The prototype rift modulator is Once you have the prototype, make your way to... Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the keycard and rift device, Valancourt keeps all of the items he confiscates from the...
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
Ordinance to Waverly, suspicion rightly so. How long has the weapon been sitting inside that rift now? An hour? Two? I thought you were keeping time. What?
Modulator. Oh, they still my heart. To interact with the rift will be to touch perfection.
It may provide your only avenue.
It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the interstitial reconfiguration. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. Prototype modulator. The first of many I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes? Act glib if you like. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this. Does such bravado, so be it. We can forgo civilities.
Invasive element!
Oh, supposed to shoot the enemy.
Especially for
Aggressor ahead.
frolic, prance, and shimmy to your heart's reasonable event.
Freeloaders in our midst.
Don't be reluctant to unfold any risks you come across using the modulator. They may eject something useful.
Leave that alone, are we? I have to. I need to see it.
Enemy spotted.
A lockdown. Do you suppose there's been
Indicating hostile intentions. Proceeding to attack.
All on the wrist.
Thank you. little too clean for my taste. Makes you wonder what he's hiding.
That device nabbed on his watch. Get Matriarch's blessed. I'll lead us to the reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner, but use your imagination to conjure the original scene. That could lead us to the evidence we need. You've discovered something? I knew it! I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. For all the time I've spent, I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. I think I can... Our dear head of security has much to answer for. We need to go absolutely not. I want to see that villain's face when his crime is finally exposed. And as a scientist, I am aware of the value of being adaptable. I bent to accommodate you. Such assertiveness. I might even heed that advice. I'm no longer willing to wait for the arc of justice to bend in my favor. Valancourt needs to... The kind that buys you time to do what you need to. If we can find a way to isolate Valancourt from his force, he wouldn't dare. I've devoted more hours to studying...
Hold on now. The Order hardly abandoned the Protectorate. You Yaysayers attempted to assassinate our presiding bishop. That's not even mentioning...
Nevertheless, trust me, I know Valancourt. This will work. Noted. I'll go first. Follow behind. If you can reach the back of the hangar, stealthily, there's a ladder up to some turrets. I'll keep Valancourt talking so that you can get a... Oh, and there's also a rift in the hangar.
Dr. Hurley, pleasant as I find your company, I must ask you to vacate the area at once. I'm preparing our defenses against an intruder.
Hold the pleasantries, Valancourt. I know you sabotaged the experiment that nearly killed me and the Sovereign. I have the proof.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Such a belligerent tone is unbecoming from one of your profession.
Don't tell me to calm down, you traitorous worm. You assassinate the Sovereign, and don't dare deny it.
For you to have discovered that, I've needed to reopen the rift. Collaborating with hiding. You've denied me this fight long enough. Guards, see to this intruder with extreme prejudice.
Improving.
Would not refuse medical support.
Enemy in vicinity.
Multiplicator at ready status.
Thus always. Morale will certainly improve in the lab now. I had prepared this trauma kit, but obviously that turned out to be an unnecessary precaution. Please, take it with my Have no fear. No evidence of our little... Thank you again. But you mustn't stay. Go.
Now that you have the rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain...
When you have a moment, Commander, I'd like to talk.
Commander, I've been thinking on the fact that so many of my slack-witted brethren believe it reasonable that I've been marked for death. So much so that I've missed the obvious. Our communication devices. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order. Not from him. He was different from most of these slack-jawed sprat bastards. I knew him from before. Long before the Glorious Dawn. We had a secret code we used to hide things from our parents before... Well, never mind that. Very well. Let's just say that he was forbidden to associate with me and leave it at that. Anyway, if he used that code to embed a message to me within a Dawn missive, no one would have even known it was there. I should have been checking our comm devices, damn it. I know we have camps on Cloister and Praetor, but I'm not sure of the exact locations. I'd like to try to find one and clear it out so I can access one of our devices. Hopefully, it will bring me that much closer to whoever it is I need to kill to put an end to this nonsense.
Looks like a Dawn camp is up ahead. We should be able to find one of our devices there.
Finally! Maybe now I can get to the truth of this kill order nonsense. I just need to check our comms device for a coded message from my old acquaintance, Severin. I knew it! He wants to help me find out who's behind this. I sent a reply telling him to meet me at a place that should be safe. It's on Cloister.
Standing by to supervise.
You suffered extensive...
I'm alive. Recharge for mayhem!
Thank you, dear. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. On their weaknesses. Locking their big nub. Adversary vulnerable. Let's weapon prime. Moment of your time. Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Well, since we're here and all, thought we might take it up now. Might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. For many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Past. I try not to think about regret or remorse. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well.
temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Cordial thrust by
Order prediction yet? I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. This is the first one I've received.
Mobilizing.
Better sleep.
Recharge the mayhem!
It appears we've dealt with all of them. That wasn't...
Who needs to die?
Excuse me, I don't think you have the operative. All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted.
But in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating. Ah, that's better. Third. Oh, damn it. It's reverted to its previous state.
Captain. I fear I have.
I don't know you, but you, I do. It's good to see you, Asa. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to Cloister before. It's cold.
What is wrong with you? Boy, damn it! Did they mentally refresh you?
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when you have to do something you really don't want to do.
I didn't say that. I simply said I thought he'd see through the fake kill order.
Oh, I did. That's why I'm here. I made the mistake of questioning it too loudly to too many of the Dawn. The Exalted Leader summoned me. She knew about the message I'd sent to you.
Dagmar met you? Face to face? You're lying. She meets with no one but me.
That's right. She only meets with her second in command. When she summoned me, she said my message had ruined everything. The kill order was real. It came from her. In order to save myself, to save the Dawn, I had to do this. She promised I'd take your place. And I'm a coward. I didn't want to die. There are a bunch of sentinels in hiding. When I give the word, they're to execute both of you. I'm sorry, Asa.
Absolutely not. We don't need his help. We should just kill him and get on with the Sentinel killing. If we die, At least I'll be taking a great many of them with us.
No. Sentinels! Target confirmed! Sentinels!
Weapon ready, Commander.
Combatant stand.
Thought you agents were durable. Patch yourself.
Target analyzed.
Taking the fight out of them. Purification in
I
progress.
can't believe the Exalted Leader sent Severin as bait. Not to mention betraying the Dawn to save her own life. What a coward. The unspeakable things I will do when I find her. Well, once I find her. The Exalted... No, I won't refer to her as such any longer. Dagmar continually moved around for safety. She always initiated contact with me. We do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though. There's nothing of it but to get ourselves inside their headquarters on Praetor. We'll track her by accessing their comm system. Lots of killing, I'd assume. And we don't need to worry. I stole their access codes when I was younger, but never had the nerve or call to use them. I did mention all the killing, didn't I? What of it? So were a lot of people. It is no longer of any matter, regardless. They are dead. And no, before you ask, I did not.
Hey, Commander. I wanted to thank you for hearing me out after everything that happened with... I wish she hadn't gone down the path she did. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We can get back... Not sure I go that far, but I'm definitely ready to...
Even standing this close to Central Control is a major infraction. You need to leave. Now. Alarm! Intruder alert! Intruder at Central...
Let's weapon crime!
By my next adversary vulnerabilities identified. Consider self-preservation a priority.
I will restore my life or avenge my death.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Recharge incomplete. Go for torquification. Combatant scan. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Allocate.
Have a fix on their weaknesses. Combatant scanned.
Mitigating the threat, taking the fight out of them.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
My sting. Died. My sting. Alive. All in the rift.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
They covet our...
Target analyzed.
Lay down fire.
Recharge for mayhem.
Have a fix
Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel, with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
Oh, child. I think that tram has long since cleared the station.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
Well, well, as a Helia Leitinger, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you've made it this far. In addition to your wonderful thirst for wanton violence, you were always bright, though still somehow too thoroughly deluded to apprehend the truth. But then again, you never really wanted to, did you? Yes, well, can it truly even be considered betrayal if it was always lies? And Aza's willful ignorance made her the perfect candidate when I started the Dawn at the Consul's behest.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me!
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak.
Dagmar, all this can't be right. How can you spout such lies? Our cause is righteous. It has to be.
And there it is. I almost felt sorry for you, Azahelia. You were so pathetic. So willing to believe specious arguments backed with only the flimsiest of proofs. Ah, well, such is life. But your usefulness is not yet at an end. Your death will put me back in the Consul's good graces. Goodbye, Aza.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively.
Dear, you really must try to work smarter, not harder, when it comes to effectively inflicting pain before eliminating a target. You'll wear yourself out.
I've no idea what you're speaking of. The Glorious Dawn is the future of Arcadia. Dagmar must die violently because she betrayed us.
Hostile nearby.
I'm feeling a Leitinger is still at large. Primary vulnerabilities identified.
My life or avenge my death!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. You try to limit further damage, Commander. Guiding me is strategically optimal.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Thank you, Tim.
Giving chase.
Bind to hostile. Combat problem.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Dagmar would never let herself be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Each a vital call.
You're still alive! Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to resolve this peacefully. Please don't let Azza get her hands on me.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. Well, I'm waiting to hear your ineffectual arguments as to why you should be spared. And then I'll kill you. You can start by telling me why. Why'd you do it, and why me?
Why? I'm a loyal subject to the True Protectorate. What other reason is there? When the Consul tasked me to help save the colony, I did not even think to ask why. And you were an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside. But then you went berserk. I never could have imagined how you'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people.
Enough of this blathering on. It's, well, as I told you before, there's only death for those who would betray the cult.
She's dead.
As am I. Our enthusiasm got the better of us. She should have suffered more. It was too quick a death for one who betrayed not only me, but the whole of the Dawn. Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the Dawn into the glorious future.
I can send out a general message from here, informing the cells that the previous Exalted Leader has betrayed us and has been dealt with, and that I am now in charge. I suspect some will simply jump into the closest rift. And to be perfectly candid, I'm hoping there are more than a few that refuse to... enough to keep my knife skills up at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me.
Protect your people!
Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Good talk, Commander. Helpful.
Do you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential.
It has the Auntie's Choice logo on it, but... Oh! Architect preserve us.
Damn Auntie's and their propaganda. Take this, you piece of poorly designed refuse! Take this!
Well, that's one way to do it.
Emerson's pass is off limits. Unwelcome guests will be ushered from existence promptly and without further That's not who I think it is it? Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these hullheads show up. Marisol, I thought I would never see...
21 years. I've kept up on
a few. Right. You retain a different admirer in every port.
Things were left in a...
It was... Oh, wait. I am Anaïs Boujold. What?
Seer.
No one's called me that in, well...
If I'd realized this was a formal visit, I'd have worn my fancy killing clothes.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yes.
Really? That is, The
last 20 years, the Order needless... Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. It was a mistake.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly. To be clear, I didn't complete the research, but I calculated what might occur if my work was completed, and there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. Everything ending. Turns out a little knowledge is, in fact, I understand how that sounds, but I have spent years, I assume all...
Anais, I'm afraid it's... The Order stores all...
Of all the bureaucratic... Maris...
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could like...
I might need...
No.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of...
There's enough purification in progress.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Reviving me is indisputable.
Thank you.
Step aside. Why? Don't break it. Ready to break it.
Welcome, intrepid consumer, to Auntie's Choice territory.
Trooper! Hayes! I've no fare... Yes? Can I... wait. It's...
Sarge, maybe they can help.
And who'll pay them for the assistance? You? Then we definitely can't afford it. Best you look for some officer... Very well.
Same sucker.
Ever since the attack last night, he's been unresponsive and communicating only in jingles. At the artillery bombardment, Hayes put his hands over his ears. We must rouse him back to sanity. He's their sole earner, and should he be discharged, just the... Yes. Well, maybe. They're the kind of sales roles you take when you're young, before you reach an age to become a real earner. Sadly, thank you.
there, go-getter. Say, have you ever considered the benefits of becoming a semi-confidential, unpaid informant for Auntie's Choice? Field Agent Auerbach. Say, you look like...
Me? Part of the...
Would you happen to be familiar with this camp? If not, I might politely inquire what exactly you're doing here. Well, heard hints this place was some sort of off the... The Order left some fairly formidable security in one building. Mention that in case the prospect of certain death may... A mess of energy. Based on your reticence, I take it you're bound for unorthodox notion reclusion then. Yeah, well, alternately, if you manage to find... Assuming you don't die, which in that case, we'll probably just retrieve it off your corpse. Either way,
How come test brats volunteering to jump into that meat? That whole place is one big mess.
Oh, look.
Anais.
Events prove otherwise, don't they? While you were I've grown rather adept at sneaking in and out of these so-called peeked around a little.
Leave it to the Order to rigorously catalog everything.
Burn down initiation is listed on the top floor.
The research will be in reinforced containers, so Anais.
I expect
I am not doubting your abilities.
Fine.
I'll hang back a moment. Wriggling through vents is a young person's game after all. We'll stay here. You find a way to disable these fences.
We'll stay here. Who left this vent open? Security around here was tighter in my day.
Did I read that?
Hate to be the bearer of... Don't believe I've pieced together what you all are up to here. And I am willing... Hold on! Spied the signs on the way up. Our team has a keen interest in much of the Don't like the sound of that at all. By all means, burn every last...
The idea of any Order research falling into Auntie's Choice hand.
I could hear that, you know. Hoping she's not your main negotiator here. Understood. But if it's all the same to you...
I'll prep the burners and make sure we have...
Burners are lit. Control board is activated. Commence the burn down process.
Well then, that seemed... No half measures from the Order. All right, that's how you want to play.
Grateful to see our intention. That Auntie's field agent seems...
My original notes...
I'm sorry, but I saw on the terminal that an external party gained authorization to study it. Give me some time.
What do you need?
To go on and live your life.
You can't possibly...
Why don't we burn that bridge?
Suppose this is goodbye. No. I've been interesting to see you.
So we're good? You and...
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but... Good. A new cause comes up and you take it on immediately. Whoever you are.
Goodbye, Anais. Yes, she's... Appreciate your support. I suppose you remain on my good side. May the plan...
I handle this. Should have taken the deal.
Enemy back.
Have a fix on their weaknesses. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
I am
Unnecessary vulnerability identified.
Will work too. Might be hard to get out of here, though.
Well then, nope, Meyer.
I'm sorry, but I saw on the terminal that an external party gained authorization to study it. Yes, give me some...
What do you...
To go?
You can't...
Why don't...
Suppose this is goodbye. Been.
So...
Oh, and who...
Goodbye, Anais. Yeah, I suppose you remain on my... May... Resorting to violence.
Not a lot one. Active negative.
Recharge incomplete.
To settle accounts.
detecting hostile intentions.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Here's my non-negotiable. Die!
Lovely day for a coup, dear. The only surprise about... Suppose you can ask. Very well.
Fix on their weaknesses. Suffered extensive damage. Target analyzed. Scopes for combatant analysis. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Reviving me is strategically optimal. Are afoot. Locking them down, mitigating the threat.
We can kill right now.
Do try to limit further damage. I would not refuse medical support.
spitting up my aggression.
That wasn't intentional.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Lift weapon prime!
Check your scope for combatant analysis. Mortificator at ready status.
That rift should cause us no problems now that we've acquired the modulator.
You there. You need to leave. This is a holy site, traitor. Those shunned by the Dawn are not welcome. Did you not hear me? You must leave, but please, give me an excuse to kill the betrayer of our exalted leader.
Betrayer? I am the savior of the glorious Dawn. I will speak with your local hierarch at once.
I don't... that is... I can't. Hierarch! Hierarch Wolcott! You're needed over here! So, the power to manipulate rifts. That seems, let me just say I apologize if I've offended you in any way.
Wolcott? Wolcott's your hierarch? Shit.
Well, look here. I never expected to see you again, Azahelia. Here to spread more deceptions, like your broadcast.
Wolcott here blamed his lack of ascension in our ranks on imagined machinations on my part instead of...
Well, this has been delightful as always, Azahelia. What say I have...
Just that I might have regretted killing everyone here if they'd not been following a disgrace such as yourself. But now, I'm going to enjoy...
Glorious stuff!
Enemy...
Mortification in progress. Taking the fight out of them.
Vulnerabilities identified. Back with a vengeance.
Standing by to stupefy.
analyzed. Lay down fire. That is scared. Medic, please.
a fix on their weaknesses.
Eyes open.
Sharp enough. Hostiles
This is
nearby.
terrible.
Check your stats for combatant analysis.
Mentally refreshed.
Prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul. The Consul provides.
Looks like the work of scavengers.
Find them, we find the missing part. Someone tapping into the power here?
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate...
Thomas breaking!
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Mitigating the threat. Lock and... Target analyzed. Lay down.
Where the math happens. Impressive.
Calcaduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
What? Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh, forgive me, I found my...
Oh, you poor man. I sincerely hope we don't have to shoot you.
I am the Archive's current I still have trouble saying that. Like many others, the latest batch of Crabble... If you have cleared our fort, I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you at... all right. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required.
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded.
I feel
Authorizing
rather...
replacement. Reading sentient.
Welcome. I am, with the aid of my operator, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources effectively. My tone and demeanor, my express to maximize the needs of our society, to attract the most.
Is it broken? Did you just break the archive?
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly information with the... But why simply huck goods better? When such a... What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued to perform similar calculations.
25.7 years, and any job...
Calculatory processing presently hovers. In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate. No. Smacking, kicking, jostling, wiggling antennae, and the other solutions that humans routinely use. Though must say, I admire your drive. I am unlocking access to cold store, repairing thermal transfers.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
Inverting targeting protocol, any Protectorate still on the ground level is now being fired upon. Permissions within other areas of the archive are locked.
Return the profit.
Every one of my 14 occupationally honed threat detecting instincts is screaming for caution right now. Say this for my colleagues in the Order. We certainly thought big with the archive.
Another new face. I trust you'll pardon my brusque manner. Well, the
Nobody is sure where you came from, though everyone agrees you were not down here when the door... You what? Why aren't you just an absolute marvel? What is your... That, I fear, is a seriously... It froze every person fighting inside the complex. Order and the Protectorate both. To solid ice. They sacrificed... Wouldn't that have... I suppose it speaks to how rarely I'd crunch these sorts of equations under stress. As my compatriots, I wish you were swift...
Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
hostilities are afoot. Back and stand. Go for spectator. All over it. That might stay. A lot.
Anyone standing between us and our goal seems to have have a very short life expectancy.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides.
Didn't happen naturally. These poor fools were flash frozen somehow.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What in the name of... We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail. What did you do? You mean to say we've been running ourselves ragged here, while the whole time there's a... And it was in the Protectorate's possession? That's damnably... What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything. Could it activate any additional functionality that could help us? Oh, during the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system. I've been working on a procedure to reverse the effects. Sadly, it has proved a hard shell to crack, and for a moment, I believed your efforts to be my first sign of progress. I thought the machines whirring to life meant my efforts were successful. Indeed, that's quite the insight. I should return to my work. I'll summon the guards to escort you through the facility. Is that a fact? Well, best of luck getting...
Mobilizing. Taking the fight out of them.
Necessary vulnerabilities identified.
Enemies destroyed. Killing time.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Do your job. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Say the word and I'll spread enlightenment. Listening to cover.
Rotting the violence.
Enemy about.
Got a stun weapon ready, Commander. suture me up. It would improve your odds.
Data brick extraction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Investigate hostile intentions.
Go through them.
Combatant dead. Enemy intercepted.
Step aside. Swine.
Why would DeVries betray her fellow agents like that? A rhetorical question. I already know. Just making...
Go for tortification.
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Hope you're not afraid of heights.
Disturbance detected.
There, the storage brick is on its way.
Sure, there's a more efficient way of cooling a computronic system than building it out of an ice cube. Why did putting it in orbit work?
Welcome back.
We rout all disruptive influences.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the Archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Rift processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
Where next? Punch card processing or the reactor?
What are they doing down there?
Hey,
Are
now.
they after us?
Standing by.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Shifting advance!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Reactor reinforcement doors sealed. The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable work, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
We could recalibrate those turrets or secure the area, Commander.
Open caches for health supplies or weapons.
And then there's the fire suppression system. No lack of options here.
That automech is enormous. How is that practical to have indoors?
Enemy in vicinity.
Mitigating the threat. Total rotation in progress. Recharge! Still charging!
Mobility interrupted. Mobility
Vitals are in the red.
interrupted.
Back and scan.
Interrupted.
Ready to spread. The dawn rises. I will restore my life or avenge my death.
Them down.
Check your scopes for that.
The archive reactor has been returned to operation. Operational status. All that remains is to re-enable punch processing and this. And disseminate the RIP processing instructions.
Our enemies envy our prosperity. Disdain our sense of
Day of the Brick coming up. Investigating hostile intentions. Fortificator is...
Mobilize.
With punch card processing enabled, now you must disperse the rift processing instructions.
Unless you feel like dying.
I suggest we use the platforms to continue downward.
Unless you feel like dying.
I suggest we use the platforms to continue downward.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Combatant scan.
I sense the rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central Interface to... Welcome back, Sentient. Bring everything the paradigm. Workarounds fail.
Look, We need to resolve this, or we'll never get that rift.
Priority control.
Doors are open. We should go see what this is all about.
Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillating.
Cantankerously, radical divergences from the... Be advised. Your present course of action... Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business... I could process your data faster than... Start now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split. Think of humanity. Your oafish blundering will delay. It's... Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. I suppose sentient beings like you expect thanks at a moment like this. But of course you selected me. The other priority sets were inferior. There was never any doubt. Awaiting your order to initiate Rift data processing.
Looking forward to seeing the results we get from processing that Rift data. For, purely professional reasons, of course.
Well, if there are to be no further interruptions, shall we?
We might want to restore thermal transfer first. Destroying the archive would also destroy any hope of an alliance with Anti or the Order. Win-win. Or lose-win, or win-lose, depending on how you look at it. Bold choice. Should be interesting.
Well, if there are to be no further interruptions, shall we? Humor. Often the first obvious sign of dissent. At best, a reckless interruption. Commencing calculatory processing. Once this Rift data is complete, we can initiate a new set of calculations aimed at eliminating any competition before or after But there is so much error noted. Core temperature exceeding advised parameters. Catastrophic melt. Rift data My Protectorate operator for you made similar calculations. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Hence modifying the Protectorate's large scale. Now, as a reward for being such a useful cog. Error. Catastrophic.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see... Seems...
Invasive elements.
We're about to rendezvous with the Rift. Return is possible, but not probable. And I still have unfinished... Our odds of survival would improve a full 4.7%. Inquire away. I may even respond. Very...
Commander,
Back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anais... I had Val set the location up. Inquire away. I met... Very well.
Marisol settling nicely? She's like a character from the Zane and Buddy serials come to life. I mean, the end point? Tell me that don't just scream lead ne'er-do-well in the system. Maybe don't tell her I said that, though.
A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Confirm. Based on energy readings, well-present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat. A survey of the reconstituted station is advised. Calculating. According to the ARC, however, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude. That is a. In the meantime, Commander, it is worth failure to make proper preparations raises the likelihood of death and serious injury occurring. This unit is not permitted.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to The Protectorate had only been told a watered-down... Can you believe we philosophy into the existence?
Not to worry, Agent. My patients are holding together.
Huh?
Oh, I didn't expect us to wander into the scene of a murder. But we should find a way inside. There might be clues to what happened. And where Anais's research... They should have been sealed in that room to focus on... I'd suspect the missing anchorite knows something, at least. We should ask. The terminal at Winter's Grasp said there might be signs of that, or where the missing anchorite got... I've had a chance to look around. You seem like you've done a thorough sweep. We should discuss what we've uncovered. Poor thing. Blunt force trauma to the occipital lobe, I believe. Possible signs of an altercation. Might have been an accident. Might not have been. Hard to say with just a superficial glance. At the very least, her cloister mate a disputation of current order methodology. Focuses mainly on our presiding bishop, but saves ample room for the laureate. I believe I got the gist by efficiently skimming. The general concern is that my old department is repeatedly mentioned in a favorable light. Anais' work is regarded highly. I saw that. I believe it was Chow seemed worried they were conspiring about something. That old research facility seems the most likely spot to look next. I know the coordinate. I don't know what happened to Anchoress Chow, but leaving a body behind is suspicious. And the disputation reads, there's no destroying the copies at this point, I'm afraid. We need a way to keep anyone from taking it up further in the future. If we go in guns blazing from here, it will only continue. I've seen it happen. Things can take on We developed tactics at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection to minimize Yes.
I'll admit, the Kuko always figured the console for a power snatcher, but I'd never put bits down on him betraying the sub. Just think about all those posters of the pair of them that'll have to change now. A real crying shame. I'd say it's about as likely as a sprat learning the polka. The Sovereign's misfortune is our gain, as far as I'm concerned. The console might be projecting strength, but by my reckon,
Halt! Abide! Cease any and all manner of perambulation. Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you even find this place? Maybe I should just shoot you and glean details from your logs.
Ah, Exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member of our cohort, Marisol Delgado. The end point?
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Anchoress Brunn straight away.
Apologies. One can never be too careful while launching important undertakings. We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Nonetheless, I'd ask you to follow certain precautions. Will you heed all requests and vouchsafe for your colleagues here? Them being unknown to us and all.
We'll mind our manners, Exemplar. I'll see to it.
Then, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift. 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
Anchor's run is continuing Anais' research from Winter's Grass. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
Seems well guarded. Let's not make any sudden moves. Unless, you know, we want to fight.
Look, everyone! It's the endpoint. Come to join us, I take it.
I do have a unique interest in what you all are doing here.
Hello, farewell. Thank you for this efficiently compact conversation.
Exponent of your work.
Doubt the Anchoress will walk away from the research lightly. May require some aggressive convincing.
Who's this? Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my farm. If I recall correctly, you helped me prove my argument that pacifism always presents the best options. I admit I understand your actions led to Seer Wiley's unfortunate demise. Such a bright boy. And as for you, I've been informed that you're an impressive body of work. Though
less so over time. There were too many pesky
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps? Or should I say, surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop and previous regime, one of whom shut down the division that operated here. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work. Yes, we have Grace, that is Exemplar Southworth, to thank for that. Her visits to the Anchorhold were quite thought-provoking, as was the research she showed me from Sia Bujold. Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us.
Really? Seer Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
Not long at all. We reached out to her on Cloister. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until you hear the experiment. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro...
Sounds like it could change everything.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to... Yes, she's monitoring the experiment. I'll have elevator... We'll speak further after you check over Sia Bujold's work and the experiment concludes. Oh... How much longer do you predict preparations will take? Almost ready.
Perfect timing for my former colleague to peer review my work. I'll press them to verify my settings. Thereupon we will begin. Head Intercessor Delgado, what an opportune time for you to appear. What in the... Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid. Before this ridiculous affair, can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again? I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider, for all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to... This shouldn't be your You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help, or stay out of my way. You don't remember us discussing this before Winter's Grasp? Too many competing crises. A means of sidestepping much of what's presumed required to solve the universe.
The idea was, theoretically, it would hurry the process along, so the equation could be solved in our...
Since then, I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there's a big chance of subsequent events leading to a universe.
When we destroyed the original copies of her research at Winter's Grasp, I discovered someone else was continuing her work.
The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro-ivs, nucleons, N-rays. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and we know what happens if that's successful. So I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate all you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from...
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than...
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down. It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to be careful.
I trust that is the sound of science going exceptionally well.
Indelibly eradicate algorithmic dissonance.
No.
Aggressor at hand.
Me then, I see.
Aborting search. B and Q are true. If P is true, or Q is true. The simple truth table for turbulent times. Indelibly eradicate algorithmic
If you're done, void the oxygen on the terminal and the... Did it work? Did it work? Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you. I shall await their arrival. The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brunn. But she won't accept the slight.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good. All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning, coercive persuasion.
You mean one of our old brain-off maneuvers? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it.
Make Brunn give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge.
A brain-off against an Order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain...
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident. Despite the moral quandary,
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly.
And here I thought you'd begun to change. Success isn't guaranteed. A fair degree of cleverness is required. But you would have the help of someone reasonably...
I would be willing and on hand to assist. And the other option would remain, if we botch it. I'm not arguing it's the best option, just that it is an option. Rightly or wrongly, I am for...
The Order of the Ascendant should be dedicated to uplifting humanity, not racking up a body count unduly. Our former department was shut down for things like this. Seems reasonable. Appreciate you listening. Murder shouldn't...
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I have been...
From the legend? If you're retiring as the endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful new soap. Typical argumentation may prove useless. and she'll likely see through most attempts at deception. But in the event you should fail, you'll need a viable backup plan, or it will... The Anchors is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but there is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. I'll need to make an announcement afterward.
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one.
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please choose wisely. Here's the hatch key in case you need it. And Marisol, do keep out of trouble.
There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? Or perhaps I oughtn't have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, hmm? Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything. What? Are you all right? Did you hit your head coming up here? I mean, what is that supposed to... Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry. I assure you it is not. Grace was personally responsible for its selection after advisement by... What else concerned you? I fail to see how... Well, I suppose one could argue the test was inordinately complex, and with overmuch... This was just a start. Such models, it simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say. I'm not sure if that was so smart it sounded unintelligible, or, well, the contrary. But look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this Oh, is one of you a seer now? Because I put considerable more stock in the... Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant. While your dialectical alternative of think is distractingly unsettling... The experiment data just arrived in my terminal. There was some variance to the input data, not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the failure. I believe I followed that. Oh, come, one bad test wouldn't... This has been a difficult conversation.
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Seer Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this English phrase. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate this jest. Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information... This little colloquy has proven rather arduous, and your points fail to... Wait. Considered as a whole, I see it now. You are correct. I'll need to inform everyone. Shut down research and operations.
Our work here is done.
members of the Order, this is Anchoress Byrne, with an unfortunate announcement. Our experiment today was a failure. Our line of inquiry has proven intrinsically flawed. I became dazzled by bold, captivating ideas and ignored bad science. I am hereby canceling all related research, shuttering the program, and resigning from the Order. If I have any final advice to impart to all of you, it is this: never follow your hearts.
Now's not the time for a tete-a-tete, I'm afraid.
It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summoned to preceding numbers gives us
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes. A key experiment fails and Anchoress Byrne abandons vital research.
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect...
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. It's her association with that department that has me Suppose you'll claim this was all just coincidence. A misaligned series of mishaps that simply appear to be your fault. The Anchoress is one of the finest... I'm well versed in manipulative prevarication from feckless mutineers. Try again. Or try facing a gauntlet of well-trained exemplars. I could always choose for you. Are you done? I know you're to blame. I just wanted to see fellow exemplar.
Come back. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Fortificator at record. Meditating. Lock.
Grenade
with both
Would not refuse medical support.
Ready to strengthen. Thank you, dear. You got me that, see?
Oh, look who it is. The legendary Here's a future I'd always hoped for. You...
The credit or blame belongs to the...
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever
there are a few things.
At any rate, I'm off. You all take... Before I forget. Meant to give you this earlier.
Oh, thank you, Anais. Goodbye. Oh, Brunn obviously murdered her. Thought you knew that. Perhaps it was an accident. Perhaps she simply wanted... Or not. Indefinite immurement isn't for everyone. Even the finest minds make... But her canned, feigned concern about Chow, how she kept changing the subject, both belied an underlying sense of... Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit...
Well, I'm here for you, Marisol. You know, in case you need me to help sow some violence to help you feel better.
Commander, it's customary. I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts... A bit, yes. With the work I used to do. With Anchoress Brunn, I know what we did was right. I know it saved lives. But we tricked... And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brunn rears its head, it will need to get in line. Well, I wouldn't bet again. Yes, Southworth was complicit. And now she's dead. Theoretically, no, not necessarily. In practice, with that motley group of scienticians, absolutely. Well, one hopes. According to Anais, we greatly reduced the likelihood of that occurring. It's not zero, but completing the brain off lowered the chance significantly. She seemed pleased that we listened to her concerns, so I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit you're in for... I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what... Appreciate you taking the time to talk.